So, I love philosophy. Philosophy is great. Philosophy is amazing. However, I use it as an excuse for overthinking, right? I tend to just overthink a lot. Just, overthink everything, right? But to the overthinking, there's positives and negatives, as to there is positives and negatives to philosophy. And I try to, be reasonable with it, right? And the other night, sitting there doing some thinking, overthinking as per usual, and I've been stuck on like this whole thing of like trying to figure out like really who I am and like what I want to do in life and how could I aspire to be myself out there and make it, you know what I'm saying? And sitting there and thinking about it, and I got my place all rearranged and whatnot, and I got my living room more lively, and I got some stuff out there, and I'm looking at some of the stuff, and since a little lad, since a child, I've been really big into Thor. Like Thor a lot. Thor is cool. He whoops ass. The god of thunder, Lord of Asgard. What's there to not like about Thor, right? I've got so many comics from the 80s to I think the most recent one I think I have is like from like 2015. Yeah, I don't really collect comics anymore, but like my first comic was a Thor and a Ghost Rider comic, so I also like Ghost Rider. But back to Thor, sitting there, I'm looking at him, I'm like, I never put two and two together, but for whatever reason, I've always like kept long hair, like always bitch and complain about it, like, I need a haircut, but like I always end up growing it out one way or another up to some length, and always have it back, kind of like how Thor does, and I've always liked working out. The last like couple years I've been more into bodybuilding, building that muscle. It's like a Thor aesthetic, what I'm trying to get at, and sitting there and thinking about it, it's like, never really putting two and two together, how it like stuff from your childhood kind of like secretly sneaks up on you in your adulthood. Sitting there, I'm thinking about it, and for whatever reason, I thought about like a whole YouTube journey from the first wacky channels I've started, and to Exotic Mr. Panda, to this one, and through all just the social medias that I've had through each and every one of them, and all the stuff I posted. It's always been centered around some sort of art, right? Ever since I started content creation, I was always making beats. I was editing photos, taking pictures. I've always drawn, and I was a pretty artistic child. Not autistic, I mean probably, but artistic, right? And I was always drawn and whatnot, and I drew a lot as a child. And sitting here and thinking about it, I'm like, I'm an artist. Just simple as that. I'm an artist. Like, bodybuilding is art. That's what I'm doing. It's art. I've been making music for years now. Not nothing great. I mean, it's obviously it's getting better if you go through like through the years of the stuff that I've done and whatnot, and it's definitely gotten better. But point is that it's still art. From the photography that I do, from the little photo shoots that I do, from the little pictures I edit and whatnot, that's all still some sort of art. And even this video creation, it's in a sense art. I don't know if I would really put that, reference, that's not the word I'm looking for. That terminology, that's not the word I'm looking for either, but y'all get what I'm saying, right? It's not what, yeah, you get what I'm saying though, art. So, that being said, I found my niche. which is art. Now, art has a lot of different spiderwebs to it, and so I'm gonna try to tackle all of them, and I'm gonna become like the greatest like artist, RuggedPandaMan. No, yeah, I plan on posting more, like art stuff. Like I'm drawing stuff, and I've been posting like little photo shoots I've been doing and like editing those and whatnot. And I started posting music again, and yeah, that's what I plan. I got stuff readied and whatnot, but yeah, I'm still gonna be working out. I'm still gonna be posting that, but like that's a longer progress, and the goal is set is to like bodybuild, essentially, and it's gonna take a while, be that, but art, it's what I'm into. It's what I'm gonna be showing y'all, and yeah, that's really it. Just yeah, that's all I really wanted to come here and talk to y'all today. Just my brain blast, my Jimmy Neutron brain blast that I had. I guess making videos is a sort of art, because like a lot of people make videos, but let's say one person makes a video about these JBL earbuds, and then another, well, not one person, but there's going to be a lot of videos of these, and they're all going to be different.